Okay, guys, what's happening? Going live. I'm in Miami, Florida. That west sun is it'll come in behind me here in a little bit. I got the forward facing camera. We got a guest on tonight. This is Michael from MV Checkmate. And as fate would have it, in the Biscayne Bay, I was going north, he was going south, and he spotted me. And I just happened to look over and think, man, that's a nice. I thought it was a Nordic, is what I thought it was. And then he came up on the air. Or you? What'd you say? You called or whatever? What did you
Yeah,
do?
I saw him passing, and I looked and I said, "That looks like Michael's boat." So I went ahead and called the Good Times on Channel 16. No answer, and I thought, well, maybe he's doing a live. So I went ahead and popped open your live, and there you were. And I typed in there, "I've just passed you in a Ranger tug."
I seen it, but it was like 10, 15 minutes later, and he was already a good ways. So Mike has a YouTube channel. Let's see, KB, what's happening there at KB6 and Steven's Adventure? What's happening? So Mike's got a channel called MB Checkmate. I didn't know that until just a while ago. I just, whenever we quickly chatted, and we hadn't even, we'll probably chat more on here than he and I have. But he'll talk about his adventures here in just a second. I'll do a real catch up and show you what I made today, all right? Let me share my screen here. And I started out this morning in Elliot Key. Y'all remember I was down here, right there. Beautiful morning, got underway. If you're down passing this way, Michael, I don't know if you ever been in here, but this is a great little stop here. Great, and there's hardly nobody there. I only seen 2 boats between 2 days. So anyways, we started out here, started working north, past Mike right here on this tight cut. There's a cut you got to pretty much, it's pretty tight. You can see it's shallow right there. You got to go right up the center of that. And then was making my way north a little bit, had a engine stalled again. I think it could end up being the fuel. I'll get into that later, that when that alternator went bad, the belt shot off a lot of black stuff, the rubber from the belt, and the daggum breather was pretty much clogged up, and I caught that. And I left the engine compartment open and took it off. The spark arrestor is usually what they call it on a boat. And it made it the rest of the way, all the way into Miami. And I came in under the bridge here and tucked in right here, right in here. See all these boats? I'm right back here where this barge is. I was up here a little few minutes ago, going to watch the nighttime skyline from Miami, which you can't miss it no matter what. But I went into an area that was away from all the boats, and before you know it, 4 or 5 big 50-footers came right in up on top of me. And then when I was getting ready to think about doing the live, my anchor alarm went off. I was dragging a little bit. So that's always a little pump right there. So I got it. Anyways, I moved up away from everybody. And so you can see that's looking in front of me. You probably won't be able to see much behind us. I'll turn my phone in a minute because of the sun is blasting us. It's blasted Mike as well. But anyways, that's what we're doing. That's what we got today. I'm staying here tomorrow. I don't want to move. The crazy boats are out here on the weekend. There's more boats out here. And so I'm going to wait till Monday, and then I'll start heading up, working my way up to ICW to, I already got me a little spot picked out right there. I'm going to come in and tuck behind this little island right here. And that's got a little sandy beach. I can walk the dogs, see some boats that are there, and then I'll head out Tuesday from there. So that's what we got on the plan. And let me come back here. Okay, there we go. Okay, I want to introduce Michael from MV Checkmate. He's got a YouTube channel. Mike, you can start telling your story, and I'm going to dip down and grab something to drink while you start talking just what you were saying earlier. I'll be listening, but I'll be right.
Yeah, years ago, I don't know, maybe 3 years ago, I started watching Marty and Mike doing their beginning of their great loop trip, and was kind of disappointed that that kind of fell apart. But I was at the time getting ready to retire, and I was scared to go home. I'm single, and when you're single, there's nobody at home to prod you and say, "Hey, let's go do something." So I would normally think that I was going to sit home, watch TV, and just fade away after you retire. So, been boating all my life, heard about America's Great Loop, and was inspired by watching several other people on YouTube videos, and decided to buy myself a loop boat. I bought a 40-foot Meridian 391 and ended up doing the loop last year by myself aboard this 40-foot motor yacht, which was a little bit, it's a lot of boat for one person, but it was really, really a boat that took care of me because of the size of it. Big twin diesel engines. It was just wonderful. When I got done with the loop, it took me 8 months to do the loop. I was going to do the Keys because I go to the Keys all the time. I live in Orlando, Florida, so I'm always going down to the Keys all the time. And I ended up calling a friend down in the Keys when I was getting near the end of the loop. And I said, "What's it like down there?" I said, "I'm going to come down there for the winter time." She goes, "You don't want to come down now. It's the windiest winter we've ever had in the Keys. And I know what it's like on a boat. You get bounced around a lot," because I was going to be on the hook most of the time. So I ended up nixing that. I went ahead and come across Lake Okeechobee, came back home, sold the motor yacht, and ended up buying this 27-foot Ranger tug. If you're not familiar with what the Ranger tug is, it's very unique. It's for 27 feet. It's basically what they refer to as a pocket yacht. It has everything in it. Full giant V-berth in front that's the size of an aft cabin. Basically, it's really big. It's got a bathroom, shower, a full galley with a stove and a dinette, refrigerator. It's just an amazing, amazing boat. Really, really beautiful. And it normally came with a diesel engine, but I didn't want something that was really, really slow. I wanted something that was a little faster now, especially running to the Keys. So this year, they put on a Yamaha 350 outboard, and now the area with the big diesel engine is just a big storage area down below. And the 350 outboard really performs. This boat will run 30 miles an hour, and it was almost unheard of to have a tug do that kind of speed. So that's what I'm in now. I left Merritt Island area, which is where my home marina is located. I left there 3 days ago, and I'll be ending up in Big Pine. I have a friend's letting me stay in their house down there, so I'll be parking the boat on the back of the canal in the house, and I'll be staying down there for a month. I previously did a week update YouTube on my great loop trip for MV_Checkmate, so that'll continue while I'm down here. My real love is spearfishing and basically doing catch, clean, and cooks. And I'll be doing lots of those, lots of diving, spearfishing, boating. So if you're interested at all, just check out what I do. Just look for MV for Motor Vessel_Checkmate on YouTube.
And Mike, I got it in the comments, guys. Y'all can just look right there in the comments. I put his channel name in there. Evening, Matt, Gary, what's happening? From Oklahoma. I say had to reboot his computer. I've been rebooting all day. I've been fighting this computer crazy. Anyway, I mean, Mike, we'll have to get together. I did. You talking about that's the same boat Meridian that Tommy had from Happy Hours? Is that right?
That's the guy that's over on the West Coast.
Yes.
Yeah, he sold it. He sold it and bought something else. Yeah.
Yes. All right, I just videoed his new boat, and what I'm doing is I'm doing a little thing where I'll go video potential loop boats, and so eventually I want to get with you on yours. I definitely want to do a tug like that because for single handing, I say that's the best boat there is.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Now it's expensive, obviously. So on my channel, I primarily try to show doing it on the cheap, and I bought this boat and redid it all myself. Although at the end of this year, I am buying a new. It's a Tahoe. It's a 21, but that's to do charters in Winter Haven. We got the chain of lakes, and then over into Tampa Bay, I'm going to use my captain's license a little bit. But and then I've already decided I'm going to start looking for something bigger. I do miss having a big boat, but this boat's perfect for trailering up when I go back next year. I don't know if you got to see any of the lives, but I was wanting to obviously start back on the loop, but something was telling me don't do it with a new remodeled boat, and I was right with the little challenges that I had. So I'm happy that I've done this. Really, I got several other things lined up. But talking about the Keys, I plan on being back down there in August for lobster season. So you down there through all of what we're in? You pretty much there to almost July through July.
I plan on leaving the absolute second the clock hits lobster season, so I can get out before the craziness starts.
Yes. Yep. Well, I wouldn't. I'm not. Yeah, I actually got a mission trip with my church August 1st through the 10th. So I wouldn't come down there. I've done it before mini season, but like you say, it's way too crazy. So there's another guy. He's got a newer sailboat, one of them little motor sellers. I think it's a McGregor, and we're going to go down and put in at Penny Camp. It's probably stay a week, but that'll be towards the end of August. So I don't know exactly. He's up in Michigan right now. But so tell us a little bit about some of your adventures on that big boat then by yourself, because I always tell everybody, do the loop in the smallest boat you can do it in because of the challenges that you, I'm sure, have about a big boat. So tell us a little bit about that.
Well, you can look at it two ways. And being that I did it, yes, it was a lot to handle a 40-foot motor yacht, and you couldn't drive it from downstairs. You had to drive it upstairs. So the next challenge was you had to go out, climb the stairs. At least it had stairs and not a ladder. And be driving it from upstairs. You'd pull up to a dock or to a lock, and then you'd have to climb down the stairs, run down the gunnel, grab the ropes, tie something, run to the front, tie something, run back upstairs. And this was a continual thing, especially when you're doing things like the Flight of Five going through the lock system up in the Erie Canal.
Yeah.
It was a chore. But on a smaller boat, yes, it would have been easier. But where the big boat came in nice is when I had to do things like the Chesapeake Bay. Oh my gosh. Chesapeake Bay was not nice to me. And because I had a 35,000-pound boat, I was able to plow through the big waves, where a little boat, it would have just ate my lunch.
Sure would have.
Yeah. Plus, I got a chance to bring 5 times more stuff that I didn't need with me in a bigger boat.
Sure. Yeah, that's having that. That's exactly the problem. Is always it's not driving. It's great driving. It's docking. People don't realize what's involved with that, especially when you're driving from an upper helm. Do you have a slide door on that one, or is it in the back, just a back one?
On this one?
Yes. Do you have a side slide door?
No, it's just that door right back there.
Okay. It's still small, but
yeah, it's a small boat. It's really not a big deal handling. I mean, I can go out, jump off the boat, just grab the railing with my hand. You couldn't do that with the motor yacht.
No.
The reason I bought the Meridian, there was an absolute reason why I decided to get that boat for solo, was it had twin big Cummins diesel engines. So that's one. So you could use the adverse shifting to steer it. Plus, it had a front and rear thruster, and it had a remote control you hung around your neck. So I could be on the bow, just playing with my thrusters while I'm up there trying to grab the anchor or trying to grab a line that's in a lock. So it really, really made it a joy to use a boat that size because of the ability to have twin screws and twin thrusters.
Yes. Yeah. Now I can definitely see that with some of the newer stuff the modern technology for sure. The Carver 32, I didn't have it same way, steering from the helm, and I mean I was able to manage it on a lot of stuff, but I just learned to say, do it on the smallest boat you can do it. This boat, I can lean out the window. I'm going to show it eventually. I've started bringing my line back, my forward line. And so when I'm coming in, if there's a dock hand there, I'll have it in my hand and just toss it to them. Now they got the front line. And once they make it fast, I'll reverse and it'll bring me tight to the back. And then, so, I mean, this boat is like easy compared. But the trade-off is what you just said, is going through Chesapeake and big waters. You know, I don't know if you was heard, but I bought a 23-foot Sunrunner up in Niantic, Connecticut. When me and a couple other firemen, I bought it on eBay, sight unseen. We flew up and got it and drove it all the way back. That's when I learned about the Great Loop and what it was. But just what you said, plowing through the Chesapeake, yeah, on a boat that size like this one, you feel every bump. Like in the good times, I could be on like 3-foot waves, and no problem. This boat is beating you to death. So that means you got to choose your days. But I'm not going to be in such a hurry that I got to cross something that I don't need to be crossing. So, that's what I plan. But that's pretty cool that we've seen you today and you got that channel. We'll have to chat a little bit more off of here. Hey, Kevin, how you doing, buddy? So in case for those that came in a little late, I'm going to wrap it up here. I'll go back through real quick one more time where I'm at, how I got here, where I'm going, and I'm not going until Monday. So let me share real quick here. So we started out this morning down at Elliot Key right here, came out, and I passed Mike and his Nordic right here where it gets tight. You got to stay in the channel. And I had another one of those problems, which I possibly have figured it out. It might have been my spark arrestor was clogged, but I won't say that for sure until I run it a little bit and I know for sure. Made my way up into Miami, and I'm in this area right here. It's pretty cool because you notice it's closed in and there's no tide in here. So it's very quiet. It's not bumpy. The only thing when I was down there last night, because the mosquitoes were so bad on shore, I went probably a half a mile out and it got a little bumpy. I probably didn't need to go that far. Usually a couple hundred yards is plenty. But in here, that's why I chose in here. And it's real calm. I imagine after sunset, when most of the boats leave, we're not going to have any more problems. And then Monday, I'm staying here tomorrow because I don't want to move through here on the weekend. And so I'll cut up and start making my way north into the ICW. It gets real tight up in here. Watch this. This is the craziness I'm talking about. Watch this boat right here, right in front of me. Crazy people. Crazy, I say. But I'm going to work myself north here. I think I passed it. Elliot. Here's where I found it. I'm tucked in behind, but you'll see it. But that's what my plan is, but not until Monday. So, Jim, what's happening? Yep. So I think you probably just seen what I just said, Kevin. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to chill out tomorrow. I'm a little tired. I ain't going to lie about that. And have you made it to your final destination, Michael?
No, I'm going to spend the night. Right now, I'm down here. You know where Gilbert's is at?
Yep.
I'm at Gilbert's, and I'll spend the night here, and then I'm going to be leaving first crack of dawn and heading down to Big Pine. So I've got another about an 80-mile run tomorrow.
Okay. So you run, what do you cruise at?
I've been trying to do about 25, 28, but it all depends. If it's too rough, which it looks like it might be, I may have to just idle all the way, which would really suck. I don't know what it's going to be like.
Yeah, it's that's why I pushed on. Yesterday was a long day for me, 40 miles at 7.5, 8, and I did it because it's supposed to pick up tomorrow, and I didn't want to cross Biscayne Bay with that beam sea on me. So now I'm here and I can take a day to chill out. But well, that's cool, guys. We're gonna wrap it up. Just wanted to do a quick update there, let you know how things turned out, and I'm not sitting out bobbing around in the middle of Biscayne Bay, which she's giving me a little trouble, but nothing that I can't deal with. As I tell y'all, I like to be able to know my engines so I can work on them. So stuff like this, I don't have to call. It was funny because on just after Gilbert's, when you come out of the area and it widens out, there was about a $500,000 yacht being towed in. And I thought, boy, I'm happy for a $20,000 boat. You know, I'm just chugging along. But Gilbert's is a nice place. I like that a lot. I stopped in there, walked the puppy dogs, got some fuel. I actually wrote a couple books, and I wrote Gilbert's in there. It's actually in the book because it's so well known. So many people know it. What do they charge for dockage there? Do you know? Do you remember?
I think it was $325 a foot, if I remember correctly. I honestly didn't look. One of the things what happens when you retire and you're not married is you have extra money coming in that you can't spend it on. So I'm now just going and doing stuff and not even looking at the price.
There you go.
Something I've never done ever in my life. So I have that luxury of being able to do that now.
Good. So I'll tell you, in Islamorada, I stayed there just 2 nights because I had some friends come down over the weekend, during the week, and figuring out how to get them on the boat or whatever. So I stayed there 2 nights at Plantation Marina, which is at Islamorada. You been there? Oh, yeah. Loved it. Loved that place. That's probably going to be my marina when I come down, not next year because I'll be doing the loop, but I try to come to the Keys for a month once a year, and that's probably going to be where I go.
I was perfect place.
Yeah. They don't have a lot of room for small boats, but it's like the guy said. It's kind of funny. This boat pulls up. I gotta show you. Can y'all see this? Can y'all see all the people twerking on the front? I don't know what it is. If somebody has got, like, I've seen that. I don't know how many times somebody will have a camera and then they'll all get up there and look. Literally, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people twerking on the front of that boat. It's the I don't know what it is. The culture down here, I guess. It's crazy. But anyways, it's the fun stuff you see. I like people watching. So, guys, we're going to wrap it up, and I'm not going to do any lives tomorrow working on videos. I think I'm finally got one uploaded, but I got to check it and see. So look for a video to come out on day 1, and I'm gonna wrap it up. So y'all check out Mike's MV Checkmate. I have him in the comments here if y'all want to go over and take a look at his channel, and we'll probably have him back on. I already told him I want to meet up with him and do a tour of his boat, because that boat would make an excellent one-person loop boat, in my opinion. That's what I would do it in. That would be simple in that boat right there. So, so we're going to end up the live stream. Mike, hang around. Just give me a minute. Guys, we'll see y'all later. Y'all have a good weekend, what's left of it.